Welcome to the Face-to-Face. I'm your host, Genevieve Kyle-Lefebvre. The Face-to-Face is a bilingual series of video recorded here in Coquitlam. We acknowledge that Coquitlam is located on the ancestral unceded territory of the Coquitlam. We thank the Coquitlam people who continue to live on these lands and care for them along with the waters and all that is above and below. Today on the Face-to-Face, we are welcoming Reihane Mirjani and Igor Bjelac. Reihane is the Vice President of ILCS, which is Immigrant Link Centre Society. And Igor, you are the Director of Charity. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you for having us.
It's awesome. I've heard a lot about your society and what you do, and it's a privilege to have both of you with me today because we want the people of the Tri-Cities to actually get to know what you're doing, and maybe some of them can actually step in and come and help you, and maybe some people around don't know about what you do and maybe needs your services. So thanks again. So today I want to start with what is the mission and why did you guys decided to start feeding families here in the Tri-Cities?
Can I? All right. So imagine 9 years ago, a handful of new immigrants tried to find their new way here in Canada. We are on our mission to survive, and we are coming from many different corners of the world. And we all met in English school, where we learn not just the language, we learn also about Canadian values. So we feel so welcome and so good. I'm coming from Serbia. Some wars are behind me, and I was always not sure what will happen with my daughter. So now imagine my daughter is here on safe, and I know she will not see any war. So for me, that was already amazing. But a second thing, when we start our school and when we talk about among ourselves what we can do to contribute and give it back a little bit for community, we understand that the food waste here in Canada is really the problem. So we didn't understand why, because in our country we are not calling food ugly. No, we don't have best before, which is just the perfect taste before some date. We are using other methods like checking, smelling, and after that deciding is it food good or not. So in the class we watched also a documentary about the food waste here in Canada, and we saw some people are just diving in a dumpster and taking the food out. So we said, okay, now we see the problem, but is that the real solution? So a handful of us, we step in, start to go into the stores, collecting the all close to best before or with some imperfection, and deliver in the same day to people who are in need. That was not from the dumpster at all. Actually, the store and the management understand, and they also saw that, I must say, the sin. You know, the mountain of the food is ending on a landfill. So they want to do something. And 9 years ago, that was not the case. 9 years ago, no one think about that. It was just, to be honest, they called us stupid. You know, why we are wasting our time, and they are pointing us as a garbage people. So it was, we understand when you're bringing something new, you cannot expect that people will understand immediately what you are doing. But who understand immediately what we are doing is our beneficiaries. After just 1 month, two our beneficiaries approaches. First one, she said, I'm praying to God every day because I have a decent food on my table. And we know that. We understand that the difference between us and the food banks is that we are providing fresh nutrition food. So you will get from us fresh milk, fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, fresh meat. So everything has nutritional value. So, and we get that part. And we were so happy for that. And when we talked together and we said, oh, we are just a couple of months in Canada and someone is praying for us, we are already successful. So that was really, really good for us and heartwarming to continue. But the second woman, she told us something else which opened our eyes, actually. She told us, hey, I saved enough money to buy new shoes for my daughters. So, okay, it's not just nutritional food. Now it's a circular economy. So now let's think. To make any product, what do you need? You need time. You need so many resources, very valuable, like a water, like a soil, like so many things. And what happened at the end? Someone put the etiquette like best before and whoop, it's ending on a landfill. So we think that's not normal, and let's do something which we can convert that. So I don't know if you know, but $50 billion every year Canada is putting in a landfill. And now imagine when you divide on the people, now you can feed all Canadians 6 months for free. So its value is there. And that food is just like some small scratch or banana get the first brown part on a surface. So for us, that was completely unacceptable. So Reihane, she did an amazing job, and she started connecting stores. She started connecting people and opening many, many doors for us. So she's our connection person. And always with a smile, always with a very, very positive and a great attitude. And actually, in my mind, what she developed is actually the huge number of volunteers who are breathing like a one. And on one mission, and that mission is, now I'm coming to the third component, because less fortunate people, they're getting the nutrition food. Also, we are helping Canadian economy. But what is happening when that food is ending on a landfill? It's producing methane, producing methane, and methane is 25 times worse than carbon dioxide. So it's mean that is really making pollution, and it's preventable. We can do it, and we can help with that. So it was 1 + 1 is 2. We decided to step in, and now, like first year, we fed like 20 families inside of our class, and now fast forward, we are feeding over 4,500 people bi-weekly all over the mainland in 11 cities, in 28 distribution places, with the help of more than 350 volunteers. And we are on the mission today to create the first zero food waste city. And with the city of Coquitlam, they also step in and they give us support. So now we hope in the next 2 years, we will have some big project ahead of us to show that it's possible and we can work together and we can change our reality.
Amazing. Wow. Now I want to know, how do you distribute all this beautiful food?
Now I must look at it, Reihane, because she's doing all of that. I'm just...
Aha, that's your turn.
Yeah.
It's so easy. It's not so much work. But every day volunteer, we have 2 groups of the volunteers, some of them driver and some of them in the distribution center. And in the morning, volunteers are going to the store with the truck, and it means they are coming, take from the key, and they are going with the truck, look at the truck, if truck somehow cleaning or maintenance, they are doing by themselves. And go to a store. In Tri-City, we have 1 truck, in North Shore another truck, and I think
do you bring back everything here locally to the Tri-Cities after, or different areas?
North Shore is for the North Shore area, and in Tri-City is keeping
Tri-Cities. Got it.
Yes. And drivers are going with the truck to stores from the Port Coquitlam to end of the Port Moody. Each stores like Save On Food, IGA's, Palm Natural Market, some Kurosh or some Iranian store, Chinese store. It's different store that they are working with us, TNT. They are going to all of the store, and after that they are going to the distribution center.
Okay.
And each day we have 1 distribution center, and 100 family are coming in that distribution.
Every day?
Every day. It means on Monday we are in Vanier School, Vanier Center. On Wednesday we are in Montgomery. On Tuesday we are in churches. On Friday and Thursday we are in Metro Vancouver Housing, because we have a project with the Metro Vancouver Housing too. And right now we are covering around,
I think, 13 Metro Vancouver places, and we are on the path to develop 40 in total in the future. So around 10,000 people, mostly low income.
That's amazing. So if someone wants to show up at one of those locations, do they have to register, or you just show up? How does that work?
Yes, they are calling us, and we send them. They are calling to our food coordinator to our food coordinator, and she's sending them some document, and they are providing those documents. They are coming to the office, and registration is going. And in which side is near to them, they are choosing, and they are going in that side. If they are in waiting list, they can in waiting list in 1 month or 1 month and a half, not more than that. They are joining to the program very soon. Very soon.
Okay, so a family can go once a week?
Once a week.
Once a week.
Yeah.
And you choose a location that is close to you, and next week you're invited, or you can go again. You have to reapply, or once?
No.
So you can go
when
again
they
to
are
your...
applying one time, they can come for 1 year. After 1 year, again, they have to show us their low income document.
Okay.
And they are with us until they are changing their low income status.
Okay, I understand. So I know, Igor, you touched on like, how do we know, like even how do we know if milk's still good? We smell the milk. Like now then we are not really following the dates. So how do you guys make sure that the perishable foods are still good to distribute? How do you guys gauge all that?
There is 4 or 5 checkups. The first checkup. So first, imagine that we are doing that every day, 7 days per week, 365 days. So every day in the morning, how is working in the stores? The employees, they are going and checking the dates and taking whatever they think it cannot be sold anymore. But it's still good, you know. So whenever you bought anything and then you put in your fridge, so now 5 days later you're opening your fridge, it's still there. So for us it's okay, but for the store it's not, because they want to have everything perfect. Okay, so every day they're just putting from the different departments, they're putting in a example banana boxes, putting in a cool area, in a cooler, so to cool chain be not interrupted, and we are coming with a reefer truck. Our volunteers are after that using the app, and then they're putting all information. They're measuring each department, how many kilograms of vegetable, how many kilograms of meat, how many kilograms of dairy. They're putting all of that in app, and that's converting in a meals. So, and that app is not belonging to us. So third party is actually giving us the data, what we are doing. And United Way BC, by the way, said that we are the biggest charity, food recovery charity in BC.
Oh, that's good. Just now? When did they say that?
Last year. And
we got the award.
Yes.
I remember.
And
yes.
Now they're checking, measuring, putting in a reefer truck, going in another store.
Okay.
And I will just like to add that only one requirement for us, if you want to be our beneficiary, is that you are low income, because all of us, we are in a need. But this Immigrant Link Centre Society is helping people who are really in need. So not only by your feeling, it's really you are showing the government documents. So that's the only requirement. And as you ask, yes, they are coming on at least 1 whole year, and only one obligation they have, nothing else. If they are not coming to pick it up, the food, they should inform, because we want to each food be find a place and be somewhere used. So that is only 2 requirements for our clients, nothing else.
Which makes sense.
Yes.
So the food is picked up in the morning and is distributed in the afternoon? Is it how it works?
Food is coming in the morning until noon. From noon to 2 o'clock, everything should be finished. The family are coming and they are getting their bags and done. At 2:30, everything is cleaned up and go for the tomorrow. And just one thing, each family has a number, and we don't put their name in the basket. Each family has a number, and with that number, we know how many members that family has, and with which food they have allergy, and which kind of food they don't want.
Yes, that's important, because you cannot choose what you want, but you can always say what I don't want in my box. So I will give example like sour cabbage. Many people, they don't know, what is sour cabbage. But if you're coming from Ukraine or Middle or East Europe, oh my God, it's a treasure for you. So as Reihane said, if you have more kids, you will get more food. If you're a single person, you will get for you to be enough. And also we will never put in your basket pork if you're Muslim, because you don't want to see that. So we are taking care of that too. So our box is basically individual box, and we know exactly who is behind that box. So all that items put it inside are carefully chosen.
And
from what
I guess the number's keeping it quite confidential.
Yeah, it's just the number, and only
just a number,
person,
and for like me, that would make no sense. I could never track anything,
Yes.
so that makes it very confidential. That's a really great way of processing and organizing all the people. And do they have time? Do they have to show up, or
So one more thing.
Specific time.
So
Go
you
ahead.
have the first group of volunteers who are going in with the trucks, and they are going in the stores. Beside each driver is one or two minimum volunteers, and they are changing every day. But on each side, when they are bring the food, now you have another group of volunteers, and we started talking. I don't know how it's somehow passed, but in the stores, let me one step back. In the stores,
Yes,
they're giving us, we are checking everything, okay? Then after that, our volunteers are checking if they see something is not proper. Now they are putting in because we are also working with the animal feed, so we are supporting also the farmers. So they are putting in a pile for the animals. After that, the third checking is when they put the food down. Now the other group of volunteers is opening all of those boxes, and this is the third time checking. And the fourth time checking is when the client is coming. They're opening that box, and they're seeing what they want or what they don't want. So fourth time the food is checked like in that day. So about security.
And that's a great idea to let people also look, because why taking it home if you're not going to consume it? Let's give it to someone else,
Yes.
right?
And if someone doesn't know how to use, for other is complete treasure. You cannot imagine.
Oh, wow.
So
Yes. So how easy it is to volunteer, or how to find volunteer?
Actually, I don't know about ILCS Energy, because volunteers are fighting to
work with us.
work with us.
Okay.
It means we have waiting list for the volunteer, and the environment of the volunteering, they are so friendly to each other, and they are working to each other. After that, through each other, they are finding the job, they are finding the best class to go, they are finding the best shopping mall, they are finding the best friend, and to be friend to each other and hanging out to each other. And honestly, I try to, as a coordinator of the volunteer, I try to care about them. I try to be in line with them. And I told them, even in the middle of the night, if you call me, I'm available. If something happened to you or your family, I'm here. Call me. It's not big deal. If you don't want to go to a store or a stop to come to volunteer, please let us know sooner. But for anything, we are here as a family. And if someone looking for a house, we are trying, 10 of us or 20 of us, trying to find a house for a person. And if someone has a problem, we together trying to fix his or her problem. And because of that, it's so friendly. The environment is so friendly. And honestly, they are trying to join us every day. I should say several calls, several messages, how we should start for the volunteering. You say, okay, we should put you in the waiting list. Honestly, it's going in that way. Yes.
That is a good problem to have, because I'm
Yeah.
hearing sometimes it's hard to find some good volunteers.
Yeah.
And so what I'm hearing is the Tri-Cities resident are hearing about you guys and about the initiative, and they want to contribute, and they see a need. I think in the time of COVID, we talked about food insecurities a lot, and now there's the higher interest rates, and the cost of food has gone up so much. I feel we're talking about that a lot in the last, I would say, couple of years. Like there was the, of course, around COVID, and then it was not so bad, and now I feel I hear it a lot. I know, it's me personally, right? So, and families that have low income can have people like you, then they can reach out. And I'm hoping this video is going to go like quite far, and that if someone doesn't know about what you do, to please like apply, and that's not wait until you're deep into your credit cards, not wait until you're so much in debt and you might be losing your apartment, your place where you live. I'm sure you guys are often talking about that, to not wait until the debt is so heavy, then it's so hard to ask for help.
Yes, and one thing you just mentioned, how to become from the garbage person to food rescue hero. You know, you need some event which will change the people mind, and that was 4 years ago. You know, and after that, food security become priority for the Canada as a country. You know, before that, it's just...
It was not as much out there.
At all.
Okay, so I put my finger on it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's one thing, and let me share one story. Our truck is stuck.
Yeah.
It's not moving anymore. We are
Okay.
calling Reihane, please call the tow. She's calling the tow. The guy who is coming, by chance, he cannot tow the truck. But he's very interested to see why we have food in a truck and what we are doing. Then he's calling his other friend who will come and tow our truck. And then he's realizing that we are working as a food bank and all of that. And he started sharing his story with us. He said, I was a homeless person. I was an addict person. I was on the street. And if I didn't have support from charities like your charity, I will long time will not be here. But now I have 2 kids, I have my wife, I have my job, I'm sober like, I don't know, 10 years, and now I want to contribute. So he immediately gave the card and said, hey, free tow anytime for you guys. So I will say that if you support your community will give it back. That's what you are saying about a Tri-City. Tri-City is amazing, amazing community.
We're quite united. It's amazing to hear. I feel that, but it's great to hear like a tow company. I'm sure there's other association, but now I want to know who else is helping you. How? Because I mean, there's a cost to run all this. So, how do you guys raise money? You said you're like working on the charity part of things, Igor. So tell me how you guys can raise funds.
When we start to... First, I must say, the first couple of years, Reihane was our sponsor. And that's it. And Ali. So 2 of them, they just pay everything. But when we started feeding over 1,000 people, in Serbia, I was also running the charity. I work with the foster kids. Reihane also was doing the charity work for the disabled people. But her husband is a businessman and he ran the company. And when I approached to him and told him, it's becoming expensive, what we should do? He said, Igor, I don't like to go around and to ask the money, let's make the money. And in that time was born our social enterprise, Soul Bite Food. We are producing vegan comfort food, like cabbage rolls or stuffed eggplant or phyllo pastry with a mushroom and leek or with some other tastes. Taste of Persian, my favorite is a smoked fried eggplant with a walnut. So we also start fighting against the hunger with food, but this time the real food. Our food is completely natural, no additive, nothing added inside, and also it's certified by BC, which is very important. All the food which we are getting to the stores is that we are delivering in the same day to people who are in need. All the food which we are using in our social enterprise is purchased locally, so we are also supporting local economy. 50% of the profit, now we are coming to the side, is going to charities who are fighting hunger and 51%. Yes.
51%.
Yeah, 51% is going to charities who are fighting hunger. So we believe in the future, we will not only fund our charity, we will also be able to help others who are in the same mission.
Igor or Reihane, can you guys share stories of a family or someone that was in need and the society helped them?
Yes. I got a call from the person that I knew her for a part-time job before COVID. I was working at night in the pub because we have to cover ourselves and our expenses too. And in pub, I was friends with some people, and after 1 year or 1 year and a half, I got a call from one of those friends, and she said, for more than months, we are just having the potato, and with 5 kids, husband and wife with 5 kids.
Eating potatoes.
Just potato, and they didn't have anything else. And he said, why you didn't call me sooner? and Igor and I provide 2 bags of the food for them, and we deliver to them. 5 kids, it was 2 kids for the mom, 2 kids for the dad, and they wanted to live together, a stepdad and a stepmom, and 1 kid together, 5 kids, and they have to provide the home for the kids because they wanted to have their kids at least 2 days or 3 days per week, and they have to have facility for them that they can have their kids with them. And because of that, they should pay everything for the rent, the home. And
So all the money was going to
All the
rent.
money. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, and I'm seeing this more and more
Yeah.
right now. Yeah,
And they
okay.
didn't have anything to eat, and just potato. And after that, we started to give them boxes in the weeks, and after that, they joined us as a client, and until they got better and better, and they found themselves in the society again, work. And another day at 11 p.m., 11:30 p.m., I saw someone is knocking my door. She was new immigrant, and she said, 4 months ago we came here, and we brought with ourselves some conserve or something like that. She was new immigrant, and she said, that food we brought, it's finished. And right now, we rented the house, and we are just paying for the rent, and we are paying for our school. Her husband was going to the school. She couldn't find the job yet. And it wasn't.
It's not
we
an easy
don't have,
situation.
yes,
No.
money. And oh my God, that one was so much heartbreaking. And again, at 11:30, Ali and I put the boxes, and with them, we put them in our car, and we went to their home to drop them with the food, and they started to be our client and our volunteer. And we had a lot of those things, a lot of those things. And
And many people
Yeah.
get help, understand complete situation, stand on the feet, come back to give it back.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful. It's a circle.
yeah,
It's a circle.
Yeah,
They-
sometimes.
The situation gets better,
Yes.
and now they
they're-
want to
now
give
they are
back.
coming to give it back.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have people that just wants to bring and can, if I want to go grocery shopping and give you guys food, is it possible, or that's not the way it's done?
Well, there is one rule for us. We're never buying the food. We
Okay.
are food recovery charity.
Okay.
So if you go and buy food and donate to us, yes, we will accept.
Okay.
We will accept it.
Okay, donation also, I guess money
Yes.
can go further, I'm sure, right?
Right. But we are mostly focused on a food recovery. So you know, in a store, you have those big boxes when people are buying and putting the food. That's going to mostly to the food banks.
Yes,
But
okay.
we are behind the scene. It's not only the providing of food; it's also saving economy and also saving environment.
And not sending it to the landfill, right?
I should say 7 days per week we are working, and sometimes more than 13, 14 hours, more than those hours. And
That's enough.
I want to say just those story that we have with the people, it's giving us energy, and we want to do that.
Yes.
Some people, they are telling us, you are crazy, but I'm as a Reihane wants to be crazy in that way.
So Rani, you said something earlier. You said that you were working at night to pay for some of the fees. So were you working also during the day and working at night to be able to start? So you were using your own money, and you were believing into helping other people and go even further and working at night to basically help people, feeding people. Like, if I had a hat, you have one, I would lift it. But that is amazing. In this day and age, we don't, like, not a lot. I mean, we have 2-3 jobs sometimes, but it's difficult. This is not easy to work morning and night, and you have a family you have to be with. So congratulations, or
So-
thank you. I don't even know exactly how I can what can I say about this? I wanted, when you said that, I thought I need to actually put the accent on what you just said there. But go ahead. I think I cut you off a little bit.
No. I just want to add, like, just imagine, like, working during the day as a volunteer, first 5 years just giving.
Yeah.
And now where we are mentioning reefer truck, one there, one here. So 6-7 years ago, it was nothing there. You know what was that? Only her Jeep. So we did, and we developed our charity
With your own cars, right?
With her
did you
own
use
car,
yours also?
with her own money,
Did you?
with her own smile, with everything. Reihane is very cheerful and very, very. You cannot imagine. She's able to pass pedestrian walk and to find volunteer. So you know that elevator pitch for her is pedestrian pitch. So 10 seconds later, she got volunteer. You know, beautiful smile. She just relaxed the people, explained shortly, quickly.
It's true, because when I met you, you did ask me, you need to come and volunteer. I'm like, okay, yes, I will.
So that's it.
I have some Fridays off sometimes, you know, here and there, but I'll be messaging you. You'll be
See, because of the work, you know, the work that we are doing something good, and for the environment especially, and for the family. It's not just easy, and for sure, we have support of the city too,
Yes.
and we have the support too. If we don't get support, for sure it's a little bit hard, but you know, the work that we are doing, everyone loves to join us, loves to join us.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for actually contributing to the zero waste. I'm hearing here and there some cities are taking that challenge, and you guys are a solution. And today, in this day and age, we need those type of solution, and the food goes further, and it doesn't go to the landfill, and it gets eaten by people that needs it. I mean, I'll never forget the potato story, like eating potatoes for, you said 5 months. That is a long time. And you need vegetables, you need meat, protein, and that's so important. Thank you. I cannot say thank you enough for what both of you do.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for inviting us. It's a really pleasure. And this is the perfect window where we can storytell our story, where we can expose our work, invite more people, help more to others, and economy and environment and everything. Reihane?
And we are wishing in 2 years, Coquitlam is going to be the first city.
Zero.
Zero. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
From the Tri-Cities Community Television and myself, Genevieve Kyle-Lefebvre, thank you so much for joining us.